Hey guys, StandardVR back with the daily Pokemon battles. We do have our first week with the Draft League with this nasty Sun team with AppointedKhan and the Groudon, Roaring Moon, Walking Wake. Double Fairies counter my double Dragons. Absolutely ridiculous. We're going to lead off with Glimmora. See if we can get some hazards up. If not, we'll deal with that when we get there. It's a very hard team to prep against due to... I wasn't expecting... I wasn't expecting the wheezing, to be honest. That's what I was going to say. Alright, we got Groudon versus Glimmora. Obviously, they can just hit me for a lot of damage. We are Sash, so we do take one. So we will just go ahead and throw off an Energy Ball. See what kind of set this Groudon is. They are faster, so you are like a full speed Groudon. Or at least enough speed to outspeed full speed Glimmora, which isn't super hard, but you do have quite a bit of investment. Just go ahead and throw off an Energy Ball. Do a nice chunk. Spadef drop is nice. We're going to go ahead and throw off a Mortal Spin just in case they want to stay in and try and get their rocks. So they just throw a Rock Slide. Nice. So here, I think we just go Kyurem, to be honest. Because you're not Scarfed, because you showed two different moves. So we go Kyurem, and we just throw off an Ice Beam. We are big Specs Kyurem, so it's going to do a chunk into anything that wants to come in. The plan is to just get enough chip that Dragapult can come in and kind of sweep. So we do see the pivot into the Galar Wheezing. This Ice Beam is going to do a chunk of damage. Jeez, yeah. Okay, so we do see, what's that, Black Sludge on the Wheezing. Good play, good play. We'll go Ice Beam again. We'll stay in, we'll hit it. They withdraw. They're neutralizing gas. I was expecting more of like a Misty Surge to really kind of inhibit my dragons and also, like, you know, stop toxic poisons, but I guess getting rid of the spikes is fine too. Decent chip into Florges. I do think we just stay in here and Ice Beam again because I don't really want to switch into the Hoopa and take the damage. And I think that I've done enough chip. So we're just going to stay in, Ice Beam again. Maybe get a Freeze? Freeze? No? Calm Mind. I think I do too much damage, to be honest. I could be wrong, but like, Specs Kyurem is kind of annoying to deal with, am I right? So I'm just going to stay in an Ice Beam. I don't need to switch. Get our damage. We get a KO on the Florges. So Kyurem KOs Florges. So you might be looking at this and going, oh, but you don't have Toxic Spikes up. And that's true. I don't have Toxic Spikes up. But what I do have is a KO on a Florges. But the Groudon's at half. The Wheezing's like super low. This Ditto is a problem and it's going to get a KO. I'm just going to stay in and Ice Beam. You can Draco. It's free. Yeah. You also have to hit that. So that KOs Kyurem. Alright. So you're at -2. I'm going to assume you're Scarfed. I could come in with Dragapult. And I don't hate it. because we are faster. We get a U-turn off. We can U-turn right into Hoopa and not take any damage, or not take a lot of damage. I think I kind of like that. Let's go Dragapult. This does reveal that I'm Scarfed, but I think it's fine. We just go ahead and U-turn out because you should be going into one of your fairies, I believe, here. Maybe you go back out into Groudon to reset up Sun. Wouldn't even be bad. Ooh, we're switching. Yeah, there is the wheezing. So we're going to U-turn on out. And this actually doesn't... maybe that... maybe it's sashed. Maybe they just want a speed tie. Here I'm fine going Hoopa, I think. We just don't do any damage to it. That's the problem. We could go Dugtrio and Earthquake, but I don't think that gets the KO. And I don't want to waste my Dugtrio on that, to be honest. I would like to be able to come in and hit that with something else. Earthquake is a roll. You know what? Actually, you're super low, aren't you? Doug's fine. This ensures a KO on the wheezing. So Dugtrio KOs wheezing. I'm going to see how they react to this. There's the Groudon. They're going to get their Sun back. Now, we are faster, obviously. We can just Earthquake, which probably doesn't really do anything to a Groudon, because Groudon's kind of busted. So we know that they are at least full speed. Max HP only does like 30%. So I think it might actually be better to go out into our Deoxys here. This could just be max speed, max stat Groudon, to be honest. Precipice Blades, so that's 3 because we are pressure. Doesn't quite do half. They do get a free switch out because we are red card. I kind of wanted to use that in case the moon started to get set up, but I think we'll be fine. As there's the Ditto. And that Ditto's not really doing anything here. I'm just going to throw off. Actually, I'm just going to click recover. If you want to Psychic Noise me, be my guest. This also might get a little bit more information as to what kind of set this Ditto is running. I would, like, you see the Thunder Wave, so you're not Scarfed, so you're sashed. Yeah, you just teleport out. Good play. Or does teleport have negative priority? Maybe you're not. Maybe you're Scarf, but teleport has negative priority and I'm just bad. Here is the Roaring Moon. What do you... Speed boost? Attack booster. So the nice thing about this is that Ooh, do I want a Thunder Wave? I do just teleport out to Scale Shot. Now let's see. So this is specifically why we are running Scarf Dragapult. Specifically for the setup Roaring Moon. Because I did not want to have to deal with Scale Shot. So if you're a max HP, it is a roll. If you have defense investment, obviously, it's like a roll. Your fairies are down. I do think I just click Dragon Darts and pray that you don't have defense investment. Nope. Cool. Team's kind of working exactly how I wanted to, even with the mix-ups of the double fairies. I really wanted to bring Kyurem in this match, and I'm really glad I did. And I was really debating against bringing it because I didn't know if it would really get any value with the dragons being so fast. The other dragons, but it's fine. So you are Ditto. And again, you could be Scarfed. So who we got left? We got Groudon, we got Wake, we got Ditto. This is a dicey turn. I kind of want to go Night Eye, but I do like Night Eye for a free pivot. Do we just YOLO send the Dragon Darts? Yep. Speed Tie City. They're faster, they are Scarfed. Alright. So I don't think... How much does Dragon Darts do to Hoopa? Because we are pretty defensively invested. Dragon Darts is way too much damage. That's how much Dragon Darts does. How much does it do to Deoxys? Does 33%. So we are fine to stay in, come in with Deoxys and just recover up. Ooh, as they are struggle because you're already out of Dragon Darts. So recover on up. And here, I think I am just going to throw off a Thunder Wave because Groudon doesn't do enough to me. And if you want to come in with Walking Wake, this thing being paralyzed would be really good. Nope, there's the Groudon. Good play. You knew I had Thunder Wave. The nice thing here, though, other than me missing my Thunder Wave, is that I can kind of just freely recover. You should be. I mean, you are faster. Yeah, there's Precipice Blades. Yeah, not even half. So we just recover this up. You should be almost out of Precipice Blades, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and throw off a Psychic Noise. Yeah, as long as we don't crit, we're fine. As long as we don't get crit, I did nothing. But Deoxys defense, not really known for its oppressive aggression, you know what I mean? So we're just going to recover up. There's the switch. We're going to see exactly... Ooh, so we are back into the Ditto, which we know is Scarf. stay nice and full. Now I'm going to throw off a Thunder Wave here. Because it's also helped me out to have a paralyzed Scarf Ditto, you know what I mean? Do you go into Wake here? Is a hard pivot? Nope. Just right back into Groudon. I will stay here all day. Sunlight's gone. So you do have to switch if you want to keep that sun up for your Walking Wake. Yep, there's that Ditto again. Back for another round. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of chip. I could go this thing. But what I don't want to do, honestly, is I don't want you getting Groudon in and calling the Grass Terra and like heat crashing. That's kind of what I'm afraid of. But if I get rid of all of your Precipice Blades, I don't think I really have to worry about like the damage that you put out. We just Psychic Noise. This is a nice thing about Deoxy's defense. It just kind of sits on the field. Doesn't do a whole lot, but like it definitely keeps you from doing anything else. Get a little bit of chip. Go ahead and recover. That should be your last Precipice Blades. I'll go ahead and throw off a Thunder Wave here. That is the Ditto again. So we miss another Thunder Wave. Jeez. Alright, well, we can get a little bit more chip. We could teleport out. I don't hate recover, to be honest. I want to try and get one more T-Wave off. Apparently Deoxys just can't be hit by T-Waves. Here we go, finally. Alright, so they are stuck clicking T-Wave. Which means we can just go Dugtrio. Because you can't do anything here. Yep. This is Dugtrio's value in Ubers. And we just click Earthquake. You have Teleport. But you can't use it. Because you're Scarfed. That does nothing. That's okay. We'll wear it down. Eventually you'll struggle. A little bit more. Just Earthquake again. Nice. Alright. What we got? We got Big Groudon coming back. Okay, so like I said, max. We know you're close to max speed. Do we think that is 25%. Do I risk it? No. I want to keep that sash intact on that Dugtrio. It is pivotal to deal with this Walking Wake in the back. Oh, there's a Precipice Blades. Does quite a bit of damage. We're going to try and get a recover off here. Alright, so we should be able to come in with our big Hoopa Unbound. The biggest boy. And we just throw off a Grass Knot. I'm not going to Terra here, because I should live one. Barely, but we live one. Get that Grass Knot off. Groudon down. There is the boy. There is the big Walking Wake, and I was not paying attention to what the booster is. We are vested, but I don't think there's a reason to Terra. Because we are like super slow. So we just click Hyperspace Fury and go down. They are Terra Water. Yep, Hydro Steam. I think we would have been a decent shot if we Terra Grass, but they're probably Rock and Flamethrower, right? So this KO's Hoopa. And we should be good, because we come in with our Sashed Dugtrio. And I wish I was paying more attention to what they were a booster into, because it's kind of important. Either way, we Endeavor here. Yeah, I figured it was booster speed to catch the Pult. We Endeavor, take them down to 1. Photosynthesis wears off, so we are faster, but we just Sucker Punch and get that KO. Not the cleanest game, but I think the team worked out the way I wanted it to. A Dugtrio put in the work it needed to. I wasn't expecting the Ditto and double fairies. I think the Ditto definitely came to check like a Volcarona setup sleep. But we had some unfortunate speed tie losses, but we were able to win out in the end. So I will take those for our first week in the Muffins Mudkip Draft League. GG's to AppointedKhan. Super well played game, super good prep. I liked a lot of the tech that you brought. If you've made it this far in the video, please drop a sub if you enjoy the content. Drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know how you would have built for this week. I know you don't have the full draft teams of both of us, but from what we brought, would you have changed anything? Let me know. And as always, have a great day. Peace.